Morning everyone. Just switched on the feed. We're coming up to 9:30 thereabouts, so I'll just give you a few moments to find me and click into class. So welcome to yoga this morning. Hi to everybody out there that's going to join me for some practice, and hi to everybody who might be looking back into the video, maybe going back, maybe you're looking at me now after the event and not with me live. So feel free to say hello and welcome in the comments. We're going to have a really lovely nurturing practice today, which will incorporate a little bit of flow as well. So morning Melissa and Jeanette, welcome to class. Lovely to see you. So I'll just give everybody a couple more moments to click in. Some of you I've seen this week, so Pat and Melissa, I've seen you guys. Lovely to see you again, or be with you again, and do a nice practice. Gorgeous. So I'll just give you a few moments. Morning Rachel, so sorry about this afternoon. Hi Sheila, lovely to see you. So sadly, well, not sadly for the garden, but there's a lot of rain today, so I was going to be doing a... Oh, hi Rachel, you're okay, we were just waiting for you to get here. Morning Jill. So as I say, some of you I've seen already. Sadly, I had a few of you planned to come and do a class this evening at 7 o'clock, but the weather looks a little bit dicey, so we're going to take a rain check on that and just try and rearrange for another date. There will be more face-to-face classes coming up in the future, so really nice. So today we're going to be working with a lovely, nourishing, nurturing practice. There's going to be some flow. And so I want you to really think about working softly when you're working through your asanas. So not kind of struggling and forcing yourself into anything, but being really mindful of your transitions between poses as well. So lovely and soft, lovely and light, maybe even dialing it back and working 70 or 80% of your usual ability, just so that you're not putting too much pressure into certain areas. So anyone that I haven't said hello to, hello. Welcome to class, and we're all going to begin seated. So morning Sophie. So come on down to your mats, and I want you to just take a moment here to, oh well done Anne, so glad you could make it this morning. I want you all to just find a comfortable seat. So for those of you who struggle a little bit with sitting in cross legs, know that you can take the legs out in front, or you can use some pillows just to support those knees. Lovely, gorgeous. So really nice. So just take a moment just to breathe here and just begin to close your eyes. Lovely, really nice. So I'm going to come over to my mat. I might not be able to see any more comments, but if there's anything I need to answer at the end, then I will do. Okay, so thank you for joining me, and welcome to this nourishing and replenishing practice. So we're going to begin just with those legs crossed, finding a nice comfortable seat. So take a moment to get into your Sukhasana, and I want you to really think about lengthening through the crown of the head and lifting your chest. Nice, almost as if you're growing an inch or so. Just let go of any tightness through the legs. Allow the arms to be wherever they want to be. So you can have them just resting on the knee. You can have them in the lap, wherever you want. Any last minute adjustments you might want to make to your hair or clothing, feel free to do so. And then we're going to settle. We're going to just allow all the energy in the body to settle down. Okay, so just spend a moment here, breathing naturally in and out through the nose, just allowing the body to soften, and just welcoming that lovely breath as it comes in through the nose, flows down the back of the throat and into the lungs. Notice that gentle pause, and then release the breath softly through the nose, emptying those lungs. And begin to slow down your breathing a little bit. Any of you familiar with Ujjayi breath or Ujjayi breathing, you can start to activate your Ujjayi breath now just by creating a narrowing in the throat. So make it a little bit smaller there, almost just drawing the throat together a little bit at the back with the tongue. And then as you breathe in, you'll hear a soft snoring sound in the back of the throat, a little bit like the sound of the ocean. If any of you struggle a little bit with Ujjayi breath, another way you can try to work it is to take a nice breath out through the mouth with a ha sound, so like so, and then do exactly the same, but just close your mouth. And you find you're kind of pushing the air out and it's creating this little soft sound of the ocean. Beautiful. So just breathing in and breathing out. Find that still point within. And just notice every time you breathe in, that widening of the lungs, maybe a lift of the chest. Try and keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. And then every time you breathe out, just see if you can breathe out any tension that you might have in your body. So maybe in the knees or the hips, if you're finding that you've got some tension there, bring the awareness to that area. And as you breathe out, just soften it down a little bit. Gorgeous. So just your nice natural breath here, inhaling and exhaling. And just deepen the breath a little bit more. Nice long slow breath in and an even longer slower breath out. And 2 more long breaths. So breathing in and breathing out. And then 1 more. And on the exhale, we're going to just bring those hands nice and close together into our heart center. And just spend a moment here, just with any intentions that we might have. So it might be about bringing some joy or some nourishment into our lives. So really think about replenishing your joy, replenishing your energy. Really lovely. And then once you've worked with your sankalpa or your resolve, very gently just release the hands down onto those knees. And we're going to take a breath in and lift the ears up towards the shoulders before gently releasing those shoulders down the back. So allow them to just melt down the back. Inhaling in again and just drawing those ears up and releasing. Really find a lovely opening through the collarbones. And then 1 more time, a lovely breath in as you lift the shoulders up and exhale, just release. And I'm just going to give you a couple of moments just to work with your neck. And I want you to do whatever comes naturally to you with your neck. So you might find that you want to draw a little bit of a circle with the neck, and that might feel nice. It might be that you just need to rest the chin down a little bit on the chest and just find a really nice kind of stretch through the back of the neck. Or you might want to take the head from side to side. Maybe ear goes to one shoulder. Work within a way that works for you, nice and softly. Beautiful. Lovely. And then when you feel like you've worked into the edges and corners of your neck where you might have any tightness, then just come back to the center. Lovely. We're going to inhale and we're going to take that right arm up nice and high. Take a nice gentle stretch and just hold here for a moment. Breathe into the side of the body as you look up towards the arm. And then exhale, release. Beautiful. Inhaling up with your left arm this time. Find that lovely stretch through the left side of your body. And then looking up again, soften into it a little bit and release. One more time on either side. So lovely stretch through the side, breathing into the right side of your body this time. Maybe opening the chest a little bit more up towards the sky. And exhale. Inhale as you lift your left arm. Again, just take a gentle... Hey, right, apologies for that. I think the weather has meant that we lost some connection for a while. So we're going to come back down onto the mat. Hopefully some of you will find me again. I don't know if that's due to the weather, etc. or whatever, because there's no problem here and nobody else is on Wi-Fi. So, but we will carry on. Hopefully some of you have been able to come back into class and find me again. So just let's reconnect with that lovely side stretch and release. And again, all the way up onto the other side and let go. Beautiful. So we're going to take a moment just to come over onto our hands and knees now. So find a lovely comfortable position in your hands and knees as you're pressing down into the palms of the hands and pressing into those fingers as well. So your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips are over your knees. We're going to take a lovely breath in here and inhale, come into our cow pose. So looking up through the eyebrows and exhaling as we draw the belly in. Beautiful. So hopefully a few of you are all back with me now. Inhaling as you lower the belly and look up through the eyebrows. And exhale. Again, just draw your belly in, finding a nice softness here. Inhale, closing the eyes if you want to, and you can just find that opening through the heart center. And exhale as you draw the belly in, pressing all the way up and out of the back. Lovely. We're just going to take those knees apart and gently sink back into your child pose for a moment and just take your head to the floor. Gorgeous. So with the head on the floor, I want you to gently breathe in and breathe out. Yes, we've got some of you back. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. And so we're going to fill the lungs nice and full. And then as we exhale, just soften the forehead down to the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. One more nice big breath in, and we're going to come back up to our hands and knees. Nice and gently take those hands and knees a little bit further apart. And as we inhale, just begin to lower your hips, nice and strong through the arms. So squeeze the muscles of the arms. And as you exhale, draw the hips back. Inhaling as you draw those hips forwards, opening your chest, lovely, and then exhale, draw your hips all the way back. Beautiful. Breath in again as you lower the hips down, really nice, and breath out, and this time sink all the way back into your child pose again. So forehead comes to the floor, breathe deeply in, feel the chest widening, and breathing out, seeing if you can release down a little bit more. Just taking the time just to breathe. Listening to your breath in the back of the body. Lovely. And then one more breath in, and we're going to bring ourselves back up to our hands and knees. So take a moment here. We're just going to tuck the toes under. Press firmly down into the hands, and then on the exhale, pick up those knees and sit back, come back into your downward facing dog. So lift your hips up as high as you can. We're going to begin to gently walk. One heel comes down and the other knee bends, and then the other one. Take some generous bends through the knees. Make sure that you're feeling nice and connected into your downward facing dog. Scoop the belly in and lift the hips up and back. So we're bringing the chest a little bit closer towards those thighs. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Really lovely. One more breath in here. And then on the exhale, we're going to softly begin to just make our way to the front of the mat and bring ourselves into Uttanasana, forward fold. Gorgeous. So just release down for a moment. Bend your knees nice and generously. We're going to take the feet a little bit wider apart, so maybe about 10 to 12 inches apart. Bend the knees and release the torso down, and allow the hands to just come down in front of the feet. Let go of your head. Crown of the head is extending down. Really nice. Sit back into your heels a little bit, so make sure that you've got that weight fully through all four corners of your feet. Nice breath in and breath out. Really lovely. Take a breath in here, and as we exhale, we're going to slowly take the hands over to the right side. Breathe in deeply, and as we breathe out, press into your left hip. Gorgeous. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in here, and we're going to just start to walk the hands over to the left side. Lovely. Take a nice breath in again and press out into your right hip here. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. One more breath in here, and then come back to the center. Hands come to the knees, and we're going to very softly roll all the way up. Nice. Come to standing. Come into your mountain pose. Try to feel fully connected into those feet. We're going to take a breath in. Just lift the arms up for a moment and keep your arms up. Draw your belly in and lengthen your tailbone. Make sure the shoulders are releasing away from the ears. Take a breath in here. We're going to hook the thumbs together and very gently take a side stretch into the right side. Breath in here and exhale, come back to the center. Inhaling, lengthening through the torso, and then over to the other side. Beautiful. So feel that stretch now through the right side of the body. Breath in and come back to the center, and the palms come together all the way down to your heart center. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, nice deep breath in. And a nice long, slow breath out. Gorgeous. And then one more big breath in here. And a lovely breath out. Next time you breathe in, we're going to lift the arms up overhead, reach up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, we're going to bend the knees and just release those hands all the way down to the floor. The chest is going to come to the thighs. Beautiful. Allow the arms to come behind and take a gentle stretch through the back of the shoulders. Nose comes to the knees, nice and strong through your legs. Breath in here, release your hands. Arms come up around the ears, and we're going to press up, all the way up, palms together and down to your heart center. Beautiful. Inhaling up. Exhaling, begin to bend those knees. Softly bringing yourself down. Remember that lovely smooth transitions that we're looking for. Bring the palms of the hands together behind you. Change the clasp of the hands and squeeze your shoulders together. Nose comes to the knees, and you can have a really generous bend, bringing your chest almost down to the thighs if that feels good for you. Nice breath in. Draw the belly in. Release those hands. Arms come up, and we press all the way up through the legs, nice and strong. Palms together and down to your heart center. Really nice. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Nice inhale in and a longer, slower exhale. One more breath in. And exhaling as we press down into those feet and draw the belly in. Beautiful. Inhale up with those arms. Exhale, we're going to fold forwards. So take a lovely dive all the way forwards. Allow the hands to come down to the floor. We're going to inhale, take the hands to the knees or the shins, straighten your back and look up through the eyebrows. Half lift. Breath in here. Exhale, release all the way down. Allow the hands to come down to the floor. And then inhale, we're going to step back with that right leg. So a lovely, nice long lunge here. Press down and bring your left foot back as well into downward facing dog. So find a lovely place here to breathe. 2 long breaths. Breathe in, draw the belly in. Breathe out, see if you can allow those heels to come down to the floor a bit more. Breathe in, lifting the belly again. And breathe out, relaxing your head. Little nod and a shake. 1 more breath in here as we roll ourselves all the way forwards and release the knees down to the floor. We're going to inhale into our cow pose, letting go of the feet at the back, and then exhale into cat. Beautiful. Inhaling into cow pose. Really lovely fluid movements as we extend, and then exhaling as we flex the spine. Draw your belly in as tightly as you can, and then 1 more time, just lowering down and releasing into your cat pose, pressing up and out of those fingers and those knuckles. Inhale, tuck toes under, and exhale, downward facing dog. Find a lovely place here just to breathe for a moment. Inhale and exhale. We're going to take a breath in, softly begin to pick up that leg, so picking up the right leg this time, and then exhale, we're going to bring the knee forwards and step through, and just take your foot there however you need to get it there. Don't worry if it feels a little bit clunky. Beautiful. Take a breath in, and we're going to just power forwards with the other leg. Bring it alongside, and then inhale, reaching all the way up towards the ceiling. Breath in here, down to your heart center. Lovely. Just let go for a moment. Mountain pose. Allow your breath to settle before we come on to the other side. So breathing in and breathing out. We're just going to inhale up. Exhale, dive forwards, nice and gentle. Really nice and soft. Inhale to your half lift. Lovely. Find a nice straight back here. Look up through your eyebrows. Draw your belly in nice and tightly. Exhale, release down, Uttanasana. Inhale, we're going to pick up the left foot this time. Reach it up and back as far as you can. And then we're going to step back, downward facing dog. 2 long breaths here. So as we breathe in, really press down into those knuckles, and as we breathe out, draw the chest towards the top of the thighs. Inhaling as we draw the belly in, and exhaling, allowing the heels to maybe come a little bit lower down towards the floor. 1 more breath in here as we draw that belly back, and exhaling, heels release to the floor. Breath in here, and we're going to slowly lower those knees down. Inhale as we just lower the belly into our cow pose. Exhale into cat. Beautiful. Lovely fluid movements here. Inhaling to cow. And exhale to cat. 1 more time as we inhale to cow, open through the chest and the collarbones, tailbone lifts and crown lifts. And exhale into your cat pose, pressing up and out of those fingers and into the front of the feet. Lovely. Tuck your toes under here and then come back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Breath in again and exhale. And then 1 more breath in. We're going to plant that right foot down, really lift the left leg up as high as feels comfortable, and begin to step it through, taking it to the front of your mat. Lovely. Keep those hips nice and square, draw the belly in, and then press through your right foot. Bring it alongside the left. Inhaling nice and tall all the way up, palms together and down to your heart center. Beautiful. Just take a moment here, allowing the body and the energy to settle. Inhaling as you maybe rock a little bit forwards. exhaling as you draw back into your heels. Maybe taking it up onto the toes. A little bit of work for those feet. Lovely breath in again. We're going to take the arms up high, palms together. This time a nice gentle stretch over to the right again. Breath in here, and as we exhale, come back to the center. Draw your belly in, nice and strong through the legs. Breath in here, exhaling over to the left. Again, a nice stretch through the side of the body. Breath in and exhale back to the center. Arms are going to come all the way down to Anjali Mudra and press down into those feet again. Find that lovely connection, just closing your eyes for a moment. Breathing deeply in and out. Noticing the effect of sun salutations on the body and noticing how the body feels as it starts to warm a little bit. Really nice. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, folding all the way down. So a lovely dive down. Inhale, hands to the shins. And exhale, forward fold again. Beautiful. Inhale, we're going to pick up that right leg, step it all the way back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Taking that left leg back too. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a lovely breath in here. And as we exhale, we're just going to roll forwards into a plank pose. Gently pop your knees down to the floor, release the feet. Lower yourself gently down to the floor and inhale into your cobra. So press down into the pubic bone, draw your elbows in. Take a lovely breath in here. Exhale, press back, hands and knees. Inhale, tuck under with your toes. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing in and breathing out as you really enjoy drawing the belly in, feeling that energy building in the solar plexus, just above the navel. Take a breath in here. We're going to pick up the right leg again and exhale, we're going to step it through between the hands. The other one comes alongside and we inhale all the way up. Beautiful. Palms together down to your heart center. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Breath in here, arms come high. Breath out, we're going to dive forwards, touch the floor. Inhale, take your hands to your knees or your shins. And exhale, release all the way down again. We're going to inhale as we step back with that left foot this time. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a breath here. Make sure your downward dog is nice and wide so you've got the space to come down when you come down into your plank. Lovely. Take a nice big breath in here. We're going to roll forwards into a plank pose, holding for a moment if you want to, and then pop your knees down. Release the feet. Slowly lower the body down. Breath in as you inhale up into your cobra. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and really pull the elbows into the side of the body. Just reaching away with those feet. Really stretch the legs and lengthen them out behind you. Beautiful. Breath in here. Draw the belly in and press back into your hands and knees. Inhale, tuck toes under, and exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. We're going to take a breath in, gently pick up that leg, and then exhale, step the leg forwards or walk it through. And then bring your right one alongside. Inhaling as we lift nice and tall. Maybe a gentle back bend if it feels good. And palms of the hands come down to your heart center. Well done. Take a moment here in mountain pose. So just release the hands down. Nice breath in and a lovely long breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Really nice. Breath in here, we're going to lift up with those arms. Breath out, we're going to fold all the way forwards. Release your hands down And then take a nice step back with the feet, with the right foot. And we're going to just turn, sorry, with your left foot. And we're just going to turn the back foot so that it comes to around about 45 degrees here. So the other foot stays pointing towards the wall. And then we're going to just take a moment to come up into our warrior two position. Lovely. So take a moment here just to find that lovely warrior two Virabhadrasana position. So when you look down, you want to have your heel here pointing into the arch of that left foot. So the right foot is forwards, the left foot is turning around towards that direction. We're going to draw the belly in and lengthen through the crown of the head and the arms lift. Nice. Take a nice big breath in. We're just going to turn the palm over and softly bring that hand up, coming into peaceful warrior. Back hand comes around and down the back. Beautiful. Breath in here. Exhale. We're going to move softly forwards. Take the front arm to the knee and bring the back arm up and over the top into side angle. Nice and soft. Remember, you can be quite high up on this knee. You still need to be able to see your toes. I want you to be able to breathe easily here. Breath in again. We're going to go back into that peaceful warrior. So slow transitions, drawing the belly in a little bit, opening through that right front side of the body. And again, as we exhale, we're going to come into side angle. Beautiful. One more breath in here, and then coming back into our warrior two. Maybe coming a little bit lower if that feels good. Beautiful. We're going to take a breath in here and gently begin to straighten your leg, lift the arms both up towards the sky and turn both toes, both feet forwards. Lovely. Breath in and release down into your goddess pose. So we're going to take hands to the thighs, turn the toes towards the corners of your mat, and then gently come down. So just feel how that is through your knees. Make sure that you're not forcing anything. It might just be a very little move. Hands can come to the knees, gently drawing those knees back. Breath in here. As we exhale, just take your right shoulder forwards. Draw your belly in. All the way back again. And then we're going to take that shoulder over from the left. So a little twist through the waist. Breath in here. Exhale, the right shoulder comes forwards. Breathe in as you come back to the center. And breathing out, left shoulder comes forwards. All the way back to the center. Lift the arms up nice and high. And then we're going to turn that left foot towards the opposite wall and bring the right foot in a little bit. As we exhale, bend the knee. Beautiful. So coming down into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Soften your shoulders. Draw your belly in. Don't struggle through the pose. Just find a gentle bend in the knee. Really nice. Make sure that knee is coming towards the back of the room and isn't kind of falling forwards. Beautiful. Breath in here. We're going to flip the palm over and breathe out. Inhale, lift up into your peaceful warrior. And then we're going to exhale, come all the way down, side angle. So a nice slow, fluid movement. And nice and light. Breath in again and release all the way back. Lovely. And exhale into your side angle again. Beautiful. So if any of you are unsure about these moves, you know, you can always come back to the video and have another look. So one more time. Into peaceful and then back to your Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Lovely, well done. Keep those arms up as long as you can. See if you can bring a little bit of contraction to the arms. Gorgeous. One more breath in here. We're going to straighten the leg. Bring the arms all the way up. Both feet come forwards. And take your hands down to your heart center. Lovely. Take a breath in here. As we exhale, gently bring yourself forwards, coming into a nice wide-legged forward fold. You can release the hands down if it feels good, or you can keep the hands on the knees if that's better for you. Beautiful. Releasing the head down, crown towards the floor, allow the torso to hang heavy. We're going to turn the toes inwards a little bit, and then just see if we can walk the toes, heel toe the feet apart, maybe a fraction more. Only to where it feels comfortable though, and remember you can have hands on hips or hands on knees if you need to. Feel a lovely stretch through the back of the legs. Draw the bottom back and see if you can feel that stretch change through the legs, and then bring yourself forwards and see if you can walk the hands forwards a little bit. Really nice. Maybe releasing the head a bit further down to the floor. Find a nice stretch through the legs. Breathe in and breathe out. A lovely inversion, wide-legged forward fold. Let go of your head. Really allow the neck to be nice and loose. Beautiful. One more nice big breath in here. And we're going to just begin to gently heel toe those feet in just a little bit more until we can bring the hands to the hips and softly bring yourself all the way back up. Nice. Inhale, the arms are going to come up high. Exhale, we're going to come back into that lovely Virabhadrasana 2, turning towards the right. And then softly release the hands down, coming into a lunge. And we're going to press the foot back, come to the top of the mat, and inhale all the way up, palms together, and down to your heart center. Really nice. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in here. And inhale, we're going to take the arms up nice and high. Exhale, fold all the way forwards. Going to step back into that lovely downward facing dog again. And just find some lift through the hips. So allow the hips to be up nice and high and as far back as they can be. Sink those heels down towards the floor. Lovely. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to pick up that right leg and then nice and gently bring it in and take the right knee towards the right wrist and just sink your leg back into pigeon pose. So remember, if you want to, you can come over onto your back and do the figure of four, almost like that thread through the arm on your back, and that will feel okay. That will feel better for you if this is not good for you. But if you're in pigeon with me, just sinking down. See if you can allow the front of the thigh to release and relax. A little bit of opening into the hip. Lovely big breath in here. And if you want to, you can take the head all the way down to the floor and just let go of everything. Inhaling and exhaling. So taking one more breath in, we're going to reach with those fingers and just draw the fingers back towards the knee. Gently tuck under with the toe, and then you can either come back into your hands and knees, or you can come back to downward facing dog. Once you're in hands and knees, then lift up the hips, tuck under with the toes, and come back into your downward dog as well. So we're all going to meet here in our dog. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Taking a rest whenever you need to. So if you need to come down and have a rest, that's okay. You know, it's fine for you to do that. One more nice big breath in here. And then we're going to pick up this time the left leg. So press it up as high as you can. And then we're going to draw that knee in towards the left wrist and sink back with that right leg. So we're finding a lovely stretch here into the hip. If any of you are really struggling to come a bit lower, you can always, of course, grab a block and pop that underneath the bottom, and that will just help to support you a little bit. Nice. And then release yourself down. Breathing in and breathing out. And just take a moment here just to get into that dialogue with your body where you're really softening into it, and you can feel areas of the body that feel tense, just begin to let go a little bit. Adjust the body if you need to, and don't be in any pain. So if this is painful and not working for you, then you need to come over onto your back and just take a nice stretch with the legs there. Maybe drawing that knee in towards you. Breathe in. There's always somewhere else you can go if it doesn't feel right for you today. And breathing out. Beautiful. Head might want to come down to the floor. And we just take a few moments here. Just releasing. Lovely. One more breath in. We're going to just bring those hands back. Tuck under with the toe, and then you can either come back to hands and knees before coming up to your downward dog, or you can come straight into your downward facing dog. If that feels good. Lifting up the hips, drawing the belly in. One more nice deep breath in here, and if you're in downward facing dog, we're going to release the knees down and sit back into your child pose. Lovely. Well done, everybody. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale, and just take a moment here, just releasing everything down. Well done. A little bit of movement this morning. So important that when you're moving through some of the flow stuff, you keep it nice and soft so that you're not kind of struggling too much. So hopefully you were able to sort of rein it in and try to just work within your own range. Breathing in, and of course you can always come back to the video and have another go with it. And breathing out. Excuse me. One more big breath in here, and we're going to gently walk the hands all the way back. Just bring yourself up nice and gently. If you want to, you can practice maybe crossing over the ankles and see if you can sit back onto your bottom that way. If that's definitely not going to work for you, you can bring the legs around and then just bring yourself to a nice comfortable seated position. I'll come this way around. Lovely. Okay. So we're going to come to our Dandasana pose now. So take a moment here to align the body. So bring those feet up so the toes are pointing up towards the ceiling, and focus on drawing the outside edges of the feet up as well. So as if you were pressing them up against a skirting board. Sometimes we have a tendency to pronate and allow the feet to just drop a little bit. So this action helps to activate into muscles all the way up into the thighs, etc., and it just helps to bring the body into a better alignment. So the knees may want to gently spiral inwards a fraction. Think about just removing any flesh, if you have any here, and finding your sit bones. Really nice. And then we're going to just take a moment to draw that belly in. Lift up through the hips and imagine a lovely silver piece of thread all the way through the body, lifting you up nice and tall. We're going to press the palms of the hands down. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Take a breath in here, and the arms are going to come up high. We're going to press the palms together. Take some lovely deep breaths in here as we press away into the heels and feel that tightness through the back of the legs, and we draw the belly in. Beautiful. And don't worry where you are. You might find you have to have a little rest, or you have to kind of bend the knees a fraction. You know, listen to your body. Don't hurt your body, but try to work towards this tension, this kind of ease and strength at the same time. Beautiful. One more breath in here. Exhale, we're going to release the hands, come down. I want you to take the hands behind you a little way, so maybe a hand's length behind you. We're just going to bend the knees and bring the feet to the floor. Take a moment here, and if it feels good for you through the hands, and you can have your hands positioned in a way that feels comfortable for you, we're going to draw the belly in. Take a breath in, open through your collarbones, and then as you exhale, lift up the belly, coming into reverse tabletop. Breathe deeply in, squeeze your bottom, squeeze your legs. One more breath in here, exhale, release, all the way down. Really nice. Bring those feet together and round the back. Well done, everyone. Inhale and exhale. Just allow your breath to settle, and then coming back to seated, we're going to release back into our Dandasana. Lovely. Press the palms of the hands down into your mat. Take a breath in, arms lift. Palms of the hands together, pressing firmly together and pressing through the heels. Draw your belly in and keep breathing. Wonderful. Inhale and exhale. This will help to replenish your energy and your strength. Help you to build strength through the body. One more breath in here and exhale. The arms come all the way down. We're going to take those hands again just behind. This time we're going to point the toes here. Take a breath in, and then on the exhale, come into reverse tabletop. So the legs are nice and straight this time. We draw the belly in and we squeeze the legs as much as we can. The head might want to release back, but don't worry if not. Look after your neck. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath in here, and exhale, release, hips come back down to the floor. And again, just bring soles of the feet together, gently rounding the back. Nice breath out. Beautiful, well done. Lovely, allow your breath to settle. And then taking a breath in, we're going to come back up to seated and just begin to make our way down onto the mat. So release yourself all the way down. That should feel nice. As you come down onto the mat, just notice your back just spreading across the floor. Really lovely. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to very gently draw your knees in towards the chest, coming into Apanasana. So allow the legs to just gently hold there and allow a nice flat back down on the floor. So we've worked the body, we've worked to create energy through our solar plexus. You know, a little bit more movement possibly than usual, but activating into not only the Manipura chakra point and energetic center, but also into our heart center, throat center, third eye and crown. Lovely. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Take some nice movement on the mat, however you want it to be. So you might want to do a little bit of rocking around and rolling around, or you might want to move the legs independently, a little bit of work through the hips. So it's your practice, whatever feels nice for you at the moment. And we're going to come into a gentle single leg twist before we start to move a little bit more into our relaxation. So softly hold on to that right knee and send your left leg away. Allow the energy to begin to settle in the body. So start to bring yourselves inwards a little bit. We're just going to pop that right foot on top of the left thigh. Nice. Just taking that left arm gently around and the left hand gently around the knee. The right one is going to come out to the side, and we're going to begin that soft and gentle movement across the body. So easing your way in as gently as you can. Really nice. Keep both shoulders down on the mat. Find a nice soft twist, maybe bringing the knee a little bit further down on the floor. And then we're going to turn the head gently, just looking towards that outstretched hand. Finding a little stretch through the neck. And you can close the eyes here, but just allowing the body to soften and settle down a little bit. Deep breaths in and lovely long breaths out. And again, a nice deep breath in. Well done, everybody. And a long breath out. And then one more breath in. And bring your leg back to the centre and hug it in nice and tightly. Give it a little hug here. Hug it as much as you can. It's always nice to give yourself a hug in these days when we're not always able to hug others as much as we'd like to. Nice. One more breath in here, and we're going to gently just release the leg, allow it to softly come down and meet the other one. You'll feel a little bit different on that side of the body. Breathe in as you draw that left leg all the way in. Again, take a little bit of a stretch here for a moment. And then pop the foot down on top of the thigh. And this time your right hand is going to come around to the outside of the knee. Left one just reaches away. And we draw that leg all the way over, finding that lovely twist as we just ease that knee down. And we try to ease the left hip away from that left shoulder. And you can gently turn the head and look towards your left hand if that feels good for you. Well done, guys. Really nice work. It was so lovely to see so many bodies yesterday. It was really lovely when I was working with people. Realised how much I miss being able to see what's going on with you all. So there will be some more face-to-face classes coming up in groups of 5 for you guys, 6 including me, in the next few weeks. Really nice. One more breath in. We're going to just draw that knee all the way back up. And then hug the knee in. Again, a nice big hug. See how much of the arm you can get round. Maybe you could get the elbows all the way round. Lovely. Take another breath in here. This time we're going to draw the other knee in. And a lovely big hug around both knees. Maybe bringing the forehead up if that feels good for you. Gentle rock into the lower back. And then release, your head comes down. We're going to take the feet to the floor now. And nice and softly bring those knees down into Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet come together, pressing gently. So see if you can feel the toes touching. The soles of the feet touch. Really nice. And allow just gravity to draw those knees down. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. Really nice. Those of you who want to, you can take the arms up a little bit or maybe out to the sides. Just allow everything to soften down. Beautiful. Feel those knees just gently releasing down into the mat. And I want you to begin to slow your breathing down. Lovely. So slowing that breath down. Noticing how the breath feels. Noticing how the body feels. And then nice and gently, maybe using the hands, you can bring the hands down and underneath the thighs. I'm going to take those knees back up to the centre. Allow the knees to stay together and then walk your feet out to the outside edges of your mat. So the knees are supported in, they're just falling against each other. Taking both hands to the belly, I want you to feel that rise and fall of the belly as you breathe in and out. Really noticing the slowing down of the breath. And we're going to be working with just a small guided meditation, just thinking about the colour yellow. So I want you to focus for a moment on what kind of yellow you like. Some people like a lemony yellow, some people like a sunshine yellow, some people are more into the primary, really strong yellow light. So think about what's your favourite type of yellow. And then we're going to start moving into our relaxation space. So those of you who want to, you can pop a blanket on you, or you can maybe take a drink if you need to, or put a jumper on. And I want you to get yourself really nice and comfortable. So we've worked quite hard this morning with some of the flow stuff that we've done, just to get the energy moving a little bit. And some of you may have worked with that, some of you may have decided to rest during it, and that's okay too. That's all part of the practice. I was saying only yesterday to somebody, when I see or hear that some of you have rested during practice, that to me is a really good message. It shows me that you're listening to your body. So don't feel for a moment if you've taken some time out and had a rest that means you haven't done it, because you have. That is absolutely yoga and listening to your body. Okay, so once you've found this lovely comfortable place to be, maybe you've popped a bolster under your knees, maybe you've got a blanket on or an eye pillow, you can just relax. You can just switch everything off for a moment now and just listen to the sound of my voice. Nowhere to be, nothing to do for the next few moments except for to rest and to allow all of the movements, all of the asana work that we've done today and the breath work just to imprint on your body. It's the really important part of the process with yoga. So if you don't do the relaxation at the end, it's a little bit like running a race and then not going through the finish line. Or somebody said it's a bit like taking loads of driving lessons and then not going for your test. So this is the bit where all the work happens, where we begin to release those lovely endorphins in the brain, serotonin, releasing all the chemicals in the gut that help to bring everything into a nice place of relaxation. So the better you are at Shavasana and laying down, the better you are at yoga. I've got to say it, it's my favourite pose. Shavasana and legs up the wall, my two favourite poses. Okay, so I just want you to begin by relaxing the feet, the ankles and the legs. Just allow them to be soft. Let go of the belly, let go of the hips and the pelvis, and allow your back to be supported by the earth. Allow the arms and the legs to be heavy and relaxed. And find that nice softness in and around the scalp as you let go of all the muscles around the head, including moving into the forehead and finding some softness there. Almost imagining if you've got any frown lines between the eyes, just imagine them dissolving and melting away as you find that smoothness through your brow. Really lovely. And then softening the cheeks, the nose, and with your mouth, just take a moment to really open the mouth nice and wide. Take a big stretch through the mouth. We sometimes hold a lot of tension in the jaw, so allow it to stretch, and then allow your mouth to just soften into a nice comfortable place, maybe with the lips open a little bit. You might want to have a gentle smile, maybe lifting the corners of your mouth, noticing what the effect is on your body when you make your mouth smile. Kind of brings you into a little bit more joy. Okay, so we're going to begin this visualization by taking your concentration to your belly, to the area of your strength and self-identity and will. All of those things are held in the belly. I want you to be conscious of your breath, this slowing down of your breath. And begin to think of your breath in 4 parts. So think about the inhale, the pause, the exhale, and the still point. And again, the inhale, the pause, the exhale, and the still point. Feel that gentle rise and fall of the belly. And know that you're receiving love, compassion, and nourishment from the universe. And now I want you to visualize a beam of yellow light, like a laser, coming directly into your solar plexus. And imagine this beam as a searchlight or a shaft of pure energy. And feel as though the warmth of the sun is penetrating your belly, filling you with a new and vibrant energy. And allow this warmth to now spread around your body, going deep within, until you feel as though you're melting into the sunlight, dissolving onto a bed of golden yellow sand. And feel as though you're just suspended in light, Allow the warm sand to support you, to mould into the body and to hold you safe, warm and at ease. And feel as though the colour yellow, your choice of the colour yellow, is now all around you, all over the body, and you are bathed in a golden yellow light, and you feel completely relaxed and at peace. And we're going to spend a few moments just sitting in this peace, just releasing, just resting. Okay, slowly we're going to begin to deepen our breathing. And just begin to bring your body back to the space that you're occupying on the floor. And just notice any sounds around you. Notice where the body's touching the floor. And notice the amount of space that you take up. Begin to move the fingers and the toes. Gently wriggling the fingers, wriggling the toes, and then spreading the fingers nice and wide, and spreading the toes. And if your eyes are closed, you might want to bring the palms of the hands together, create some energy and heat through the hands, and then take the hands over the eyes, just bathing those eyes in darkness. Should feel really nice. And in your own time, just gently opening the eyes, spreading the fingers, and just allowing the energy to just come through and the light to come through the fingers. Beautiful. Take a lovely stretch overhead if that feels good for you. Reaching up and away, maybe pointing and flexing with the feet, maybe rotating the ankles and the wrists. And then softly bringing those arms down, maybe drawing the knees up, and gentle rocks from side to side, whatever movements you need to make in order to bring yourself back into your body. Really nice. And then when you feel ready, you can very gently just take yourself over onto one side. And then bring yourself into a nice comfortable seated position. Lovely. And once you're in a comfortable seated position, lift yourself nice and tall. So find that lovely length through the spine that we felt at the beginning of class. Notice, gentle scan through the body. Just see if it feels different. See if you feel a little bit looser. Maybe the mind feels a bit more refreshed. Maybe you feel a bit more energized. Lovely. We're just going to take a moment to bring the hands into the heart center and revisit any of our intentions that we may have set at the beginning of practice. Really nice. And then taking a breath in, we're going to bring the hands to the forehead and think kind and loving thoughts about ourselves and about others. We bring it to the lips and we speak with kindness and the truth. And we take it to the heart. And we have a kind, open and loving heart. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me today. I'm just going to come up to the camera. So, hope you enjoyed the session. I'll be back here again tomorrow morning. So, there'll be more work here tomorrow. If you're ready, we'll probably do a little bit more floor work tomorrow in the morning. So I'm thinking maybe I've been doing a bit of hips and shoulders this week with people. So we might do a bit more work on the hips and shoulders again tomorrow morning for any of you that want to revisit that. So take good care. Have a lovely rest of the day. If any of you want to get in contact or make any suggestions, etc., then please feel free. I'm always here. And if you want to get me to incorporate anything into the practices that might help you, then that will be great. I'm taking next week off. I'm not going to be streaming next week. Just wanting to recalibrate a little bit and take a little bit of time off. So I won't be here next week, but all of the classes are still there, obviously, in this group. And then there are some other classes in the members studio as well. So if you want to access the members studio and join up with the membership, you're very welcome to get in contact with me. So glad you enjoyed the class, everybody. I'm glad you feel a bit more energized, a bit more flow. So take care, and I'll be back tomorrow, but then I'm going to be off for the following week. So lots and lots of love to you all. Namaste. Take care. Bye bye.